So here we are, Stinky Woods. We just had a little game of wacky ball. We've got everyone except for Gracie. Well, partly because Gracie is so incredibly skinny. I figured if we're going to go and do wacky ball first, probably not a good idea to take Skinny the rest because she's going to run around a complete nutter. So I'll take her out when we get back. Indeed. Yeah. Jacob, leave. Jacob, leave. Stop eating poo. You don't know if that dog we left that had some nasty disease or anything, or infection that you could get from the poo. Yeah, really? Not a good idea to eat that. Not at all. Right, go on you go. Right, this way, this way. Make him run. Make him run. Exactly, make him run. Well, actually, that's the point. Teri and Jacob still haven't figured out how to play wacky ball. Teri just gets quite barky when the ball's hit. She barks a bit, gets a bit excited, cries a bit. Yeah, I think it's the whacking of the ball that she's sort of excited about. Well, she sees the other dogs run away, but she can't catch up with them. So I think she gets excited by that, but she hasn't quite figured out what to do when the ball gets hit. So it's like, yeah, okay. She's got a lot of figuring out to do with regards to that. Indeed, she'll get there. Oh, she will at some point. Yeah. Hi, Coves. How you doing, bub? Micky, how you doing? I think we're coming down here again tomorrow with Stuart. Well, saying that, he cancelled Monday. Previously on the Friday, he cancelled the Friday. So he may be cancelling the Friday again. I have no idea. No idea. Oh, one thing I was going to share. This channel is called Normal Christian. Now, one thing about a normal Christian is we have our ups and our downs. And I was certainly going to say, from my situation, yeah, I have times, I mean, you'll see in the videos, I have times when I'm doing really, really well. Certainly as a Christian, I'm speaking about Christian issues, I'm speaking about them in authority and stuff like that. And then there's other times when I'm struggling. So when I'm struggling, that's when I'm not speaking about that sort of stuff. It's when I've got nothing to share on that. I'm struggling to connect in that way. Yeah. That's the way it goes. It's all part of normal Christianity. Now, all these people that pretend to be high all the time, it's pretending to be high all the time. And you've got to realise that's not who they are really. No, most of the occasions that's not who they are. There are going to be some people that really are that way all the time. Mostly not. Oi! Leave it. Covie, Lucy, Jacob. Jacob, leave it. Again, what on earth are you eating now? Riley, leave. Right, I've got to charge Locki's collar. And probably Riley's collar is going to be charged. I imagine Jacob's collar has to be charged. And maybe hers as well. Little lady's collar. Well, I've already made her collar bigger. She's going to grow into it. I made it a bit too big. The previous one was a bit too small. This one's a bit too big. But she'll grow into it. And she will. Yeah, it hasn't fallen off. It's not that much too big. I thought it was. I thought it was going to fall off, but it never did. So anyway, yeah, collars needs to be recharged. So when I get home, I've got to do that. Well, because tonight I'll probably take out Locki again. It was quite good last night, quite successful. Well, she did good. Right, this way, come. Well, last night's video I spoke a bit about 1980s. Because I spoke about Duncan Neville, who was, because in one of the videos I said about Chase Me, and I was wondering who the comedian was who used that phrase, and it was Duncan Neville. So I spoke a bit about that. Then I spoke about the 80s, I spoke about the 90s a bit. What I didn't say in that one, which I have sort of said before, but not sort of, is that it's, you know, people like Duncan Neville. It's Duncan Neville and, you know, the programs like May Been Served and stuff like that, that actually really did push forward the idea of gay rights and push forward acceptance of homosexuality as being normal. Yeah, because as I said last night, if you can laugh about it, then it's okay, isn't it? It's an okay thing. It's something which is, yeah, okay. It's not abhorrent, it's not nasty, it's not vile. Yeah, because you don't laugh about vile things, do you? Yeah. Well, something that crossed my mind. No, I'm not going to say it's from a serious point of view, it's more of a jokey point of view. But is it possible that the left wing are massively over pushing their agenda? At 1 second. Wait, get here now. Come on. I don't know what you're eating, but pack it up. Eating rubbish. Come this way. Right. So the left wing are massively pushing their agenda with regards to it started with gay rights, simple gay rights. It went on to gay marriage, which, as I said, most gay people didn't really want that. They weren't concerned about that. Certainly the whole idea about wanting to be married in the church, they weren't interested in that at all. What they wanted was the same rights as just a couple who weren't married but had been living together for years. That if one of them died, that the property went to the other person. Come this way, wait. Because that was the case with straight people. You know, if one of the couple died, even if they weren't married, after being together for 2 years, they were counted as if they were married by law. And that's what the homosexual people wanted, to be counted as if they were married by law. That was it. That's all they wanted. And yet the left wing took it to a massive degree, took it way over here, way over there, that you've got to call people now by the pronouns that they want to be called by. It's just attention-seeking Mormons, basically. That's what it is. Attention-seeking, well, not Mormons, attention-seeking babies. They just want attention. They keep on changing their pronouns. As in, you can't call me him, you can't call me Mel, you've got to call me them, they. But then they change it to something else, and they change it to something else, and they change it to something else. Oh, I'm now counted as gender fluid. Oh, I'm now counted as gender, whatever other thing they can think of saying. Locki, come here. Locki, come. Leave that alone. You got a bit of bananas, did you? Yeah, you're not eating that. That'll make you mental. You're going mad for a couple of hours. I think you're mad enough as it is, aren't you? Hey, you're mad enough as it is, aren't you, Locki? Hey, yes you are. You're a mental doggy as it is, aren't you, bub? You don't need any banana peel, banana skin, to make you even more mental. So yeah, that was the thing that I was wondering is, have they done all that in the West? Have they gone way over the top in the West because they're hoping that some of it will leak out into the Middle East without them having to actually go out there and do anything? Because of course these people that are pushing the agenda massively in the West would never go to the Middle East and try and push their agenda. Yeah, all these people that are pushing for gay rights and pride walks and stuff like that, they're never going to go to the Middle East and do that, to countries where gay people are thrown off buildings because of their sexual identity. They get thrown off a building because they're gay. Well, died, killed basically, killed by being thrown off a building. And that's okay. These people won't go to those countries and protest or march with all their bright colours. They go and do that in a country who accepts them for who they are. They go and block the streets and act as if that country isn't actually giving them the rights they want. That is complete BS. Like the video I did the other day, no more BS. That's also a BS point. They're pushing it and pushing it and pushing it to the point where now they're saying that 4-year-old children can choose their gender. Yeah, they can't influence the Middle East. So yeah, maybe they're trying to push that much on the West to try and influence the Middle East. Well, you never know. Come this way. Anyway, oh, Amber, get here. Amber, no. Don't you dare. Behave yourself. Hi, Locks. One other thing that, yeah, was on my mind earlier that I haven't shared yet was, is it a Christian thing to take people from Afghanistan and take them to Britain, take them to America, take them to France and Germany, wherever? Is it the right thing to do to take these people and relocate them out of the nasty area where the Taliban are going to come in to these other countries? Is it the Christian thing to do? The answer is no. It isn't. Really isn't. Not when you think about it. Well, because at the moment you've got all over the news, you've got people who won't cost them a penny doing that, but they're basically saying that that's what should happen. That, you know, Britain and other countries should open their doors to these people as refugees because they're fleeing the Taliban, right? The problem is, what happens with people when that happens? Say all these Afghani people come over here. They've got to be homed, they've got to have jobs, you know, they've got to try and, you know, be involved in the community, which is unlikely to happen. They're more likely to just be moved into small areas where they're just going to have their own little communities and they're just going to stick together because they know each other. They've been through the same sort of thing, so that's most likely what's going to happen. In which case, they're going to be hated. There's going to be a lot of hatred pushed towards them because, you know, council housing, if it's the UK, council housing is going to go to them. So all the people on the council list who've been waiting for a council house for 5-10 years we've got to be waiting for another couple of years because now any new house is going to go to these Afghani people. Which means that there's going to be hatred pushed towards them. They won't be accepted in the community. Right? You're encouraging that sort of way of thinking towards these people by doing that. That's the reality. You've got to look at it from the point of view, okay, you bring them in, then what happens? When you look at then what happens, it's not a very good thing. Really isn't. Not at all. The best thing you can do, and how to do it, I don't know, is to relocate them, certainly in the area where they're from. You know, don't move them from Afghanistan to a country where they do things completely differently. That's just crazy. If you're going to move them to a country which does things very, very similar to the way they do things over there anyway. Yeah, they don't have to assimilate to a new way of life, do they? It's the same way of life. But even better, sort out Afghanistan. How you do that, I don't know. I don't know how to do that. I have no idea. I really don't know. I don't know how many dogs we've got. I think they're all here. Where's Teri? 1, 2, 3, 4. Stay together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We're missing 2. But then again, they keep moving, so it's not helpful. Right, come over here. Come here. Here, Bubs. Come here. Come here now. Come and sit down here. Amber, head up, Bubs. Come here, Lucy. Would you stop moving around? Sit down. Sit down. Sit down. Right, they're all here. At least you're all here. I need to be able to count to make sure you're all here. If you're all moving around, I can't count because you're all moving around. I think I've counted you, and then all of a sudden there's another one, or no, I missed one because that one's now moved into the area where I was just counting. And so I count 9 every time because you keep moving. So you have to stay still for a while, don't you? Now, as I say, look, realistically speaking, ideally the situation is that I would say even with the Taliban, what they should have done with the Taliban over the last 20 years is just say to the Taliban, look, we're going to split Afghanistan down the drinking middle. These are people that want to live a more sort of open life. They go over there, right? You don't interfere with them. If you interfere with them, we come in and we completely annihilate you. We don't give you any inch. Yeah, we've dropped 100,000 bombs on you so far. That's nothing near to what we're going to do if you come into that country and you start harassing these people. You have your area, that's your space, you do what you want in it. Anyone who wants to live that way comes and lives with you, right? Anyone who wants to live that way of life comes and lives with you. Otherwise, yeah. We completely harass you, and any country you go to, we wage war on them. Right? And you make that clear to every other country, to Pakistan. If they come to you, if they decide to start harassing these people and then they come to you for support and you home them, we will nuclear bomb you. We will destroy your country. That, to me, that's the only way you can sort out Afghanistan. There's no other way to sort it out. You've got to say, okay, look, you compromise. But you don't break the compromise. If you break the compromise, that's it. You're all going to die. We're going to wipe you from the face of the earth. Basically, look, God told David to wipe the Philistines from the face of the earth. David didn't do so. Because he didn't do so, the Jewish people were continually harassed by the Philistines. Continually harassed by them. With the Taliban, either you're going to compromise with them and they're going to compromise with you, or you're going to say enough is enough. Right? Simple. If you're not willing to do that, then just leave the people there. Let them face the consequences. Simple. So moving them into other countries, no, that's not the right thing to do. The right thing to do is try and sort out their own country, their country. That's where they were born, that's where they want to live, because that's where they live. They never, previously, they didn't leave all their stuff or sell their stuff and decide to move to America or Britain or Germany or France. They stayed in Afghanistan because that's their country. They want to stay there. They don't want to go to any other country. So therefore, moving to another country is not the Christian thing to do. What is the Christian thing to do? I can't tell you because I don't know. So sorting out their own country would be the most right thing to do. But how? I don't know. So I mean, the idea of a compromise is one way, but whether that would work, I don't know. To be honest, I wouldn't want to see the Taliban completely wiped out. No. I wouldn't. And from some of my videos, I think people are starting to get the impression that I want to wipe out swathes of human beings. No. I don't. No. I just see the problem with people is that people don't want to change. If people don't want to change, if they are nasty individuals who are just going to cause a problem to others, like the Taliban are that. If that's what they want to do, then, yeah, unfortunately, yeah, the world would be a better place without them, really. Certainly the people in the area would find their world to be a better place without them. Leave it. Jakes, no eating poo. You good, Bubba. Jacob, leave. No eating poo. Jakes. Come here. Come here, this way. This way. Come. Teri. Oh, he's, of course. I shouldn't let him go because he's probably going to be on the road. I'm going to be on. I'm probably going to have to start behind him, waiting for traffic to move. So because he's been on that road, hasn't he? Come here. Here now. Here now. Here now. Busy road. Come here. Well, anyway, look. I'll leave you with all that. That's, yeah. Come here now. Here now. We'll put it this way. Certainly, look. I'll make one more point about the Taliban. If the Taliban think that it's okay for them to go in and abuse people and try and force people to live a certain way of life and to kill people, etc., then I'm sorry, but, you know, realistically speaking, yeah, the consequences are going to be, 1 second, Amber, get your head up. I'm not going to chat at them, just zap her. Pack it up, idiot. Enough. Consequences are going to be, yeah, you and the Taliban, you're going to go to hell anyway. So if you're going to go to hell anyway, go now. Come here. Here now. Okay, we'll just walk back towards the car. Well, they've all gone that way, so it's easier getting them in the car, isn't it? With the rest coming in a second. Usi! Usi, Ball! Usi! 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 Loose! Lucy! Get him, idiot! Ball! Lucy! There! God, you're so stupid, Luce. Look to where I'm pointing to, Luce. I'm telling you where the ball is, so look to where I'm pointing. Nutter. Anyway, there you go. You take care, God bless. I'll speak to you soon. Bye-bye.